Macros is basically shorthand for macronutrients, a term used to describe the three key food groups we all require for our bodies to function: carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. Get the right balance of these and you'll not only lose weight, but you'll also be more effective at burning fat and building lean muscle. It's the way many in the fitness industry have been secretly eating for years, recognizing that all calories were not created equally. 10 calories of fat will be used entirely differently than say 10 calories from carbohydrates. My opinion is that the best diet is the one that you can stick to, which I have seen many of my clients achieve superior results through counting macros. A macro approach removes the temptation of so-called bad foods and eliminates boredom. People spend their lives counting calories and wondering how to lose belly fat, but the people who are not tracking their macros are probably not conscious of where their calories are coming from. Which leads me into my first point, which is understanding your eating habits when looking to build your own macro numbers. My first bit of advice is that you need to log down what you eat in a day so you can have somewhat idea of how many calories you consume in a day, as it will be a good base to start from. You can do this by using an app called MyFitnessPal, or even write everything down on a piece of paper. Not only will it help you be more aware of how many calories you consume, it also provides you with the amount that your body is used to consuming. As there isn't the perfect diet for everyone, you have to adjust numbers monthly or even weekly depending on the goals you set yourself, which leads me on to goal settings. By default, the results are for maintaining weight, so you need to choose if you're either looking to lose or gain. If you're trying to lose, then you need to be in a calorie deficit from your maintenance calories. If you're in a gaining phase, you need to be in a calorie surplus. If you are sedentary and your goal is to gain weight, your calories goal might be, for example, 2,500 calories per day. And if you decide to start exercising, you'll need to consume at least 100 to 200 calories each day more. Although it may seem that it wouldn't happen, but more energy is required to fuel your workouts and your metabolism is increased. Therefore, calories should be higher. But to lose weight, you would need to be in a deficit of 100 to 200 calories a day from your maintenance numbers, which may lead to body fat loss. Your total daily energy expenditure, which is your TDEE, is an estimated number of how many calories you burn per day when exercising is taken into account. It is calculated by first figuring out your basal metabolic rate, then multiplying the value by an activity multiplier. Since your BMR represents how many calories your body burns when at rest, it is necessary to adjust the numbers upwards to account for the calories you burn in the day. This is true even for those with a sedentary lifestyle. Here is a TDE calculator. This is a calculator that I've just found on the internet, which asks you for all your data and your stats like your age, height, gender and activity level, and then will be populated into a final number for your maintenance calories. But what it doesn't take into account is your current eating habits, how you train, or even what you look like as in your body composition. So this is where you need to do a trial and error with it. For example, if you know you only eat 1,200 calories from your MyFitnessPal that you've done over the past week, and the computer says you need to be eating 1,800 calories for your maintenance, then that's an extra 600 calories for you to eat, which is a great amount of number for somebody who is so used to eating 1,200 calories. So if that's the case, I would slowly increase the numbers by 100 calories per week to let the body get used to those numbers and utilize them properly, rather than hitting the full 600 calories a day, where the side effects could lead to bad guts, bloating and even weight gain. Another point that can determine your overall TDE numbers are the activity levels you select. People will more likely select the one that applies to them that has been through the week and not in the past 4 to 5 months. So choose sensibly that applies to you mostly. Here's a little list you can go by to help you choose. So sedentary is just normal everyday activity like walking and a couple of flights of stairs, eating. Then you have light activity that burns an additional 200 to 400 calories for females or 250 to 500 for males more than your sedentary amounts. Then you have moderate activity. Any activity that burns additional 4 to 650 calories for females or 500 to 800 calories for males. And then you have the extreme, an activity level that burns more than 650 calories for females or more than 500 calories for males in addition to your sedentary amount. People can jump the gun when it comes to choosing the numbers. So here's something that I would go by setting it up. So to lose, you would want to be in a 20% calorie deficit, which promotes safe and steady weight loss. To lose 10%, you would put 10% calorie deficit and intend intended for those with less than 10 pounds to lose and who also wish to build a little bit of muscle mass at the same time. Then you have your maintenance. So maintenance allows you to eat the macro level that will keep you at your current body weight as it is. And if you're looking to gain weight, I would suggest maybe going into a 20% calorie surplus, and it's designed for people who are wanting to build muscle fast in conjunction with a comprehensive weight training program. It can also be used for people who are underweight also. This brings me onto the last point, as it's understanding calories and nutrients. Let's take participant 1 for example. He exercises 2 to 3 days a week but pays the fast food chains a visit 1 to 2 times a week. And then you have participant 2 who exercises 2 to 3 weeks also but eats a relatively balanced diet with good sources of macros and a few bits of treats here and there. Participant 2 is more likely to get better results as the quality of food they are having is much better than participant 1. Developing a healthy regime of balanced meals and exercise can be daunting. Understanding calories can be a big help. Unfortunately, there are many resources available to make this process easier by starting to learn about your energy needs based on your age, sex, weight and activity level. This gives you a great starting point. Gather the information you can get from food packaging to make educated decisions based on the labels. This will make you meet your daily calorie requirements while building out your snacks and meals. Then, based on your weight management goals, you can decide how many calories you should be consuming compared to the baseline energy requirement. Finally, determine how many calories you can burn based on physical activity you enjoy. This will give you an idea how long and how often you should exercise to achieve your weight management goals. Understanding calories can be the first step to a healthier you. No matter your health and fitness goals, you're now armed to navigate the decision more confidently. You've all enjoyed this little video, so I'm just gonna sum up the video in an overall aspect and the things that you want to sort of concentrate on, so a bit of a conclusion at the end of it. So with the TDE calculator, make sure that you fill in that correctly with regards to sort of your activity levels, and then basing off the numbers that it gives you. If you're looking to lose weight, I would always suggest sort of starting with a 200 to 300 calorie deficit and then work your way down from there. And vice versa, if you're looking to gain a little bit of weight and try to put a bit of weight on, I would suggest that the same thing is to increase the calories within regards to sort of 200 to 300 calories a day, and then per sort of week reassess it again, and then you can kind of base it on there if you need to take it up more or even drop it down. Also look to have 1 gram of protein per kilogram of body weight. So this is going to enable that we're retaining as much muscle mass as possible, and we want to keep our protein levels really high even if we're bulking or trying to put a bit of weight on. And it is very important when we are trying to lose weight because we want to retain as much muscle mass as possible and get rid of body fat. And my last point is going to be just be consistent with it. Make sure we track daily and just making sure at the end of the week we weigh ourselves and reassess, and if things aren't going your way or are not working, kind of think if you've done your sessions properly, is the numbers of your tracking accurately. If not, then make sure you are dialing in on that. But then if it is and things aren't going your way, maybe you need to reassess the numbers and things aren't working. But again, leave it run for a couple of weeks and then see how you get on. But hopefully you've all enjoyed this, and if you have any questions regarding sort of how to actually set up a diet plan or anything like that, or the numbers, and you need help, literally leave a comment down below in the box, and definitely subscribe and hit the thumbs up button for me. So for now, I'm just going to leave the video here, so peace out for now.